What's going on? Welcome back to another edition in this saga of Dragon Age, the Veilguard. At the end of the last episode, which you should see pop up sometime here in the top right corner of this video, we finish up a couple quests with regards to Tosh. We finished up the Golden Glory. Sorry, we finished up the Golden Glory and Fire on Sand quest lines, with both of which were on the Rivan with Tosh. Then we also stumble upon a Grey Warden puzzle for some amazing loot. Here's the end of last episode. I said I tried to record, me doing the Grey Warden, finding the last 2 seals. However, that took me a lot longer than I would have felt comfortable making a video of. I think the longest video I have is like maybe an hour and 15. But it took me a really long time to fully do that puzzle. And the one part that was getting me was the wisp with the skeletons. And basically, you're gonna start the skeleton inside the castle. You need to go outside the castle and go to the left, and there's 2 to 3 bodies out there, which are also skeleton with wisps around them. Interact with them, head back inside, and follow the wisp, and you're done. So it's quite simple. I did not know that. I did not look into it again because this is a blind playthrough. So with that said, keep that in mind, because that's entire series of episodes are blind playthroughs, so I'm not looking them up. I'm not going on Google. I'm not going on YouTube or anything like that and figuring out how to complete these puzzles. So if I start a puzzle and you're like, why the hell is he not finishing it? Because I'm stumped. I don't know where to go, so I will move on. So something to keep in mind. So with that said, what we are going to do is we're going to go back to the Rivan coast, and we're going to figure out the final repose of the Grey Wardens, and then we're going to start on where the dead must go. So this may be a 30-minute episode, this may be an hour-long episode, but regardless, that is the mission on hand today, so we will start that right. Alright, change of plan. Looks like we will not be doing this because I need to gain access to Sharkmouth Cave once they're fully accessible, and I don't have them unlocked yet. So, we're just going to Necropolis, and that is my background story for my character. So, scratch what I originally said, and let's get going.
This is it. But no sign of the professor.
I hope he's here and that he doesn't mind us disturbing him. He is a senior necromancer. I don't... Oh!
What a marvelous surprise! Any trouble with the lift? Our last guests were stuck for hours. Poor souls. Oh. Professor 𝙔𝙤𝙪𝙏𝙪𝙗𝙚 of the Mourn Watchers.
Hello, Professor. We've never met. Well, in person, but I've been writing to you.
Belara, my dear girl. What a pleasure. Surely you didn't come all this way just to see me.
Actually, we did. You see, we need a Fade expert.
Rook, fellow Mourn Watcher.
Rook, Manners mentioned you.
Impressive flock of undead.
Oh, merely the gifts of experience.
The more the merrier.
I'd be pleased to continue our conversation after I tend to some small business here. I must investigate. Would you two mind accompanying me further into the shrouded halls?
Never thought I'd actually see this place for myself.
Things have changed since you left the Order, Rook. The dead stir more easily than they should.
Ahead of us. Something's moving.
Strange. These halls should be under the protection of the bell.
Is that a despair demon?
Fascinating, isn't it? They shouldn't be able to breach the shrouded halls at all.
The Necropolis always surprises.
Oh, Rook, it singled you out.
Okay, despair separated us. Don't panic. That's what the spirit wants.
It's vital we discover why that spirit manifested here.
Lead the way, Professor.
Someone's barred the door and chained the sunken star.
There's undead here.
We may need to defend ourselves depending on their condition.
Haven't fought undead in a while.
There's no reaching these. They're mindless.
I feel it. What a waste.
What are they doing? Make them stop!
I'm afraid sometimes the weaker dead work themselves into frenzies. Poor things. I must free that bell.
If you need another watcher, I can help.
Thank you. The star, the bell, can banish these despair spirits if we unchain it. We'll need a wisp to unseal the doors leading out. Could you please find one and bring it here?
Do you think they still remember me?
Rook, you know a wisp will follow a watcher when called.
Hail the eyes of the dead.
What was that? What are you doing?
It's watcher tradition.
Bring the wisp here, and we can unseal the doors.
Door's open. Where to now?
This should lead us to the upper chambers, where we can free the bell. There's someone I'd like to consult with on the way.
So, Professor,
Just Emery, please.
you weren't that surprised we need a Fate expert.
The spirits talk. Even the simplest have been clamoring about chaos in the Fade. Someone coming to consult wasn't an if, so much as a when. We're taking fire!
Hitting us at range.
They're firing at us! We have them now! Take the last blow! It's over.
It's freezing. What's doing this?
Echoes of the despair spirits, misery devouring itself. We should keep our distance. If provoked, these manifestations will shatter.
Let's go. Good shot.
End them! Quickly!
Now let's see what they've got. Cut that boss!
End them now! Excellent. All safe?
Finish it! They're down. Trouble coming our way.
This is lock 2, and I didn't see any wisps around.
Then I shall call for aid. They've answered. We'll need to guide the wisps who've just arrived to the door.
The Necropolis wisps look lively as ever.
They care for us, Rook. Our ever-loyal friends amongst the dead.
Here's our second wisp.
Hey, Jazz Guy, is it staring at me?
It is aware of your presence, but a wisp's senses differ from our own.
As long as it doesn't sense its way into making a corpse walk around.
There's the last wisp.
Strange. This door shouldn't be here.
You know the Necropolis. Always shuffling rooms around.
If only our predecessors had found better ways to predict its whims. Well done. Past these chambers, we'll find some assistance with reaching the bell. Despair is far more pervasive than I'd thought. We must stop who's ever drawing these spirits here, Rook.
Who'd be dumb enough to trespass in our Necropolis?
The mind reels. We've company. An attack from afar!
They've got him at range.
An excellent hit, Rook! Being fired upon!
Who wants some?
They attack from afar! Them! We've done it.
So, we use mass disruption to get rid of all these despair spirits at once?
Precisely. I sense their source near the bell. Ringing it will banish them, but we must find who lured them there in the first place. Tell me, Rook, what work took you so far away from the Necropolis?
You remember that uprising of undead nobility a while ago?
The War of the Banners? I was up in the city when that broke out. I heard a young watcher, 𝙔𝙤𝙪𝙏𝙪, put a stop to it through unorthodox measures.
And got into trouble. It was decided it might be best for that young watcher to see the world.
Ah, say no more. Here we are. This is where we'll learn who summoned these despair spirits.
I don't see any of the more helpful spirits around.
Mage or not, every watcher must trust that the Necropolis answers all proper supplications. Would you mind lighting those braziers, Rook? This should unseal our final pass to the bell. It's best we unchain it quickly.
Why is this bell so important?
The sunken star will drive away despair. Any malicious spirit that hears the tolling of the bell will be banished to the Fane.
But it won't destroy them? Them being here isn't their fault.
No. In this instance, banishment will suffice. Though, forgive me, I had the impression our denizens unnerved you.
I'm from Ravane. Spirits are okay. So long as they're not walking corpses around.
Excellent. Approach the body and we'll begin. By seal and flame, who brought despair in our midst? Despair? Who brought it here?
Venatori.
The Venatori. Of course. This way, please.
The Watchers never taught me that.
The colloquial term is corpse whispering, a gift that manifested with my magic.
Corpses talk to you? That's messed up.
Oh, there's no danger in it, I assure you.
That's not the messed up part.
Shh, I think I hear someone.
This map is useless. We wasted 3 slaves in those traps. If that Hand of Glory burns down...
So don't dawdle.
Eyes up.
We found those Venatori.
They have no place in these halls.
Finish them quickly!
Watch your back! Give me
Has one! To the left!
There we go.
I've made that one ready.
I feel the I am
Finish them off.
They're dead now.
Primed and ready.
Team.
What are the Venatori after? Gold? Artifacts?
Raw magic. Their first envoys were obsessed with gathering power for some new masters.
I'll fill you in on them later.
Despair demon. Watch your tongue.
Hail!
I am empowered. Finish him.
It's cast shadows everywhere.
They're behind you.
They attack from a distance.
One less spirit of despair in the Necropolis. That's the last of them.
I see someone by the crates.
I don't think they're Venatori. This looks interesting.
A spirit labyrinth? I didn't know they'd learn to make miniature ones in Tevinter.
Hello? Did the Venatori bring you here?
They said I'd spilled the wine too many times. That I'd be a better sacrifice than slave.
You are in Navarra, sir. There are no slaves on our soil. Please remain here. After we've seen to the rest of the Venatori, I'll send for someone to escort you above.
All right.
Those Venatori dragged that man down here just to die.
The Watchers will shelter him. We'll inquire if he has any family in Minrathous. As for the Venatori, what remains of them will be put to work. The sunken star can help us if we break the Venatori's chains.
Right. There's one chain!
Excellent.
Yes!
Kill them all, but got it.
More! They crumble before us!
One for Rook.
Well aimed!
Watch yourself. Trouble coming.
There!
I am your vessel! More! A gift of the gods!
Rook, nice one.
Continue the assault!
Ah, well done.
That's the last chain.
We must return to the lower level to ring the bell. Be ready. The ritual to wake the bell will draw Despair's attention.
And any more Venatori.
I'll need you to keep them occupied while I work.
There's the Venatori.
Steel Master, strike again! Match them, Mozart! Do not die, fool!
How are we doing, Emmerich?
The bell is slowly wakening, but we must fight a little longer. The Venatori are conjuring spirits.
We'll stop them. Watcher's duty.
On your back.
We're halfway there.
Big angry fire demon.
Hold fast.
Clear out!
Godric, now what?
Now, the grand Necropolis shows itself!
The magic bell worked. The despair demon's pissed off.
Pretty impressive.
Thank you, but come, let's ensure these cultists didn't leave anything dangerous behind. I'll ask our attendants to gather their bodies later, of course.
And this is a severed hand.
It can't be. A hand of glory? The Venatori should never have this. I must find out where it came from. Let me know when you'd like to return to the chambers above.
Let me take one last look around.
Shall we depart?
Let's get back to the lighthouse.
You can tell me why you've sought out a Fade expert on the way?
I know it's a lot, but I swear we've seen the blighted elven gods ourselves.
It would explain recent oniric disruptions.
At the least. The implications of what Rook's witnessed are... Ah, thank you, Manfred.
Adorable. Is your assistant wearing the old Watcher livery?
Manfred sewed it himself. Eventually.
You spoke of danger to the Fade.
The elven gods plan to tear it wide open to get to the blight. I came home to find a necromancer who'd help stop them. A Fade expert.
Many Watchers never depart Navara. But with events so dire...
I'd be delighted to assist.
It has been many years since you left us.
Well, yes, but elven gods, ancient magics. I couldn't bear miss this. Besides, I've spent my life exploring the Fade and speaking to spirits. If Rook needs an expert, none are better qualified than I.
It'll be good to have another Mourn Watcher along.
My knowledge is at your disposal, and I could catch you up on events at the Necropolis.
Welcome aboard.
Wonderful! I'll gather my things. Come, Manfred.
The Grand Necropolis was at peace again, and Emmerich was off to a new adventure. But in Navara, nothing stays down for long. The Venatori had unearthed something no one should have, and delivered it to the worst possible person. Emmerich's journey would soon bring him face to face with the gloaming lantern.
What the Venatori ultimately intended with their incursions into the Necropolis worries me. Whether or not it was directed by the gods, the timing serves them well. Chaos, I fear, is their ally.
With this, Demeter's Crossing and the Blighted Dragons, and everything else we're all dealing with, feels like we're at war. A lot of little wars.
They want a war? We'll damn well give them one.
You need an army to fight a war, though. They've got two. The Venatori and Antam wasted no time allying themselves with the gods. power at any cost.
So how do we fight back then?
We don't have an army, but we do have allies, like the Veil Jumpers.
After Demeter's Crossing, it's personal for them.
The Shadow Dragons, particularly after we helped save their city.
A debt the Viper will repay soon.
Also, Lady Morrigan requested a meeting at the Cobbled Swan in Minrathous.
Could she have found some trace of the gods?
Probably. Morrigan doesn't visit crowded taverns for fun.
I also heard from Grey Wardens out in the Hossberg wetlands, Antoine and Evka. Something strange is happening with the Blight there. I bet it involves the gods.
The First Warden didn't seem impressed the last time we met.
I heard he told you to piss up a rope.
Will he be in the wetlands?
I don't keep track, but he can't stop you from asking a few questions, if we're fast enough.
Any details on the Blight in the wetlands?
Antoine said he didn't write it down.
Why not?
Either he didn't trust someone else wouldn't read the note, or he didn't want us to panic.
𝙔𝙤𝙪𝙏𝙪 has laid low since we heard her dragon, but the Blight spreads rot wherever the gods go.
And no one's better at tracking Blight than Wardens.
Morrigan and those Wardens feel like our best leads on finding the gods.
Are they really gods? Or just ancient mages? It's not clear.
They're gods. In their power and wrath, at least.
Lucanus, you're back.
I am.
Good to have you back. This is Professor Emmerich Volkaren, our Fate expert, and Tosh, our dragon hunter. They joined while you were away.
Hey.
Charmed.
Right. Not everyone has met. So, a dragon hunter. Treviso could have used you.
What's happening there?
It's just... people blame you for what happened to Treviso, Rook. But they did not have to make that choice, knowing what the gods are capable of. There was no recall. Still, it changes things. How could it not?
But you're back with us.
Yes, here to stay.
Good to have you back, whatever the circumstances. Everyone needs to be a part of this. That's the only way we'll win.
After what they did to Treviso, I want these gods to fall. I don't see anyone else with a better chance than you. My blade's yours, until the end.
Great. Let's follow up on some leads.
I'll let Lady Morrigan know we're ready to meet.
I'll send word to Antoine and Evka. They're holed up in a town called Lavendel.
Everyone else should rest up. Be ready to move when I call.
Never easy, is it, kid?
What do you mean?
Making the big choices, then living with the consequences.
If I don't make the tough decisions, no one else will. So I live with the consequences.
And you don't blame anyone else for them. That's why I recruited you. Anyway, you've got a meeting with Morrigan to attend, and dealing with whatever the Wardens found. All this chatting is taking it out of me. Think I'll rest for a bit. Good work, Rook. You'll find your way through this. I know it.
All right, so there you have it. We completed the latest quest in the actual story, titled "Where the Dead Must Go," which is a look into a kind of tiny look into Necropolis, where the Mourn Watchers are, which is my character's faction that he was aligned with and saved. So you guys see a little look at that, and hopefully everything goes as I think it's gonna go. I'm just kind of predicting that I think the first warden is going to be replaced. by my blade. But we're gonna see what breaks out, so you're gonna want to stay tuned. And the best way to do it is literally like and subscribe to this channel. And to get alerted, you just have to have the bell icon turned on to where it notifies you when a new episode or one of my live streams happens. And yeah, it'll be interesting. I do not know how far along we are. I don't know if we're 50%. I don't know if we're over that. I kind of feel at this point we have our whole crew together. We have unlocked the last member. I kind of feel like we're at the 50% mark. So only time will tell. This is, you know, I'm loving this story so far. I really am. I'm truly enjoying this. I have enjoyed and thoroughly loved all the other Dragon Age games too. I don't understand the controversy, I guess, behind some of this so far. Maybe I haven't hit that checkpoint yet, but I enjoy it. I definitely think it's living up to the hype of a Dragon Age game, minus some minor details, which is a personal preference, but enjoy it. So stay tuned for the next episode. You will be seeing a playlist pop up there in the corner or at the very end of this video as well. So, but without further ado, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for liking and subscribing, and either returning as a regular viewer or as a new viewer. Thank you for coming. I do greatly appreciate it. Again, my name is Sig. We're all about having fun, taking a break from adulting and reality, and just engrossing ourselves for even a little bit into fantasy, just to take a break. So thank you all once again. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Until next time, everyone, take care, stay safe, stay healthy. On the next.